them. Is this also for the livelihood program?
I use the livelihood to support me in my production.
Okay.
That's why I work around the Philippines looking for raw materials that are different.
And this is why you also started the Cora Care Foundation.
The Cora Cares Foundation, I started only 2012 when I got very ill because I became very sick. I became blind for 2 years. And what's the good of being a designer if you cannot see? I cannot, right now, I'm still legally blind. The colors are not as vivid as I used to see. That's God's gift. So you will realize in life, whatever you have taken for granted is a gift and you didn't know it. You were just, suddenly when God takes it out from you, you wake up. But for me, I'm always a workaholic. Although I closed all my operations worldwide, I used to have stores in Spain, New York, all over Asia, my own Cora Jacobs boutiques. But then I decided to close everything because I cannot see anymore. So just to get well, I started to volunteer different organizations, Optimists, that's why they always give me awards. If they have a livelihood program, I volunteer and help, and then bring my people and teach the community.
So how do you start that livelihood program? Let's say you go to a community in the province and then you teach them how to make bags.
What we did, we professionalized the teaching because our foundation is a foundation that really cares. We wanted that the people who invested their time, their money, with us to succeed. If you give only a seminar, let's say 1 week, it does not stay. So we give a long-term training so that by the time that they graduate from us, they can become entrepreneurs already or work in factories.
What is the requirement to be able to, for them to start their livelihood there? I mean, let's say the women will go to you. What's the requirement? Do they need legal papers that, okay, we are a livelihood, we are community here, and we can work with you? Paano po yun ginagawa?
Iba-iba kasi. Because I'm exposed to the high-end products. Whatever I do on different materials, as long as I have the quality and the standard, will sell. Nakita ko yun. Ang buntal can never be part of my livelihood program. Okay? But we can teach people how to make different products of their own materials. For example, sa Quezon, we have the
buntal. Is this the buntal?
No, this one. Oh, yeah, that's buntal. Ito. What's this? The raffia.
This one, the raffia.
Yan, di ba?
Yeah.
Nakita ko yan. I was invited before sa Narciso.
Yeah.
Ang nag-sponsor doon ang ILO. Because
ILO is International Labour Organization.
And ILO, UNESCO, different cultural organizations could invite us, and then they bring us to the place. Then I see the materials. So I discovered that they have this raffia material, which was taught daw by people from Burgos, another town of Quezon. So I told them, I will show you how to improve the quality. That's why ILO up to now sustains our parang kinuha nila akong consultant para magtuloy-tuloy yung mga tao, the machines that are needed, they provided for the few people. But this can be a very good product that can sell to the world. Kasi raffia is a material that's abundant even in Africa. Kaya lang, iba ang weaving technique nila at saka yung quality ng production. The outstanding thing with the Cora Jacobs is because of our quality at saka yung colorfulness. So I was invited before with Congresswoman Aleta and then the governor. So we talk about the plans to do that, and I like a assured ba, yung sigurado na we develop the industry.
So, they need, because we have actually, I have an avid texter, no, from Surigao, and they've always been asking about the livelihood program. Paano po silang makaka-avail of that program that you have?
Are they an association?
I think so, they are. They said Women's Association daw po sila sa Surigao del Norte.
Surigao, kasi it's usually the mayors, the governors, who would encourage us to go and visit the place. And then when we go there, they could send us first what materials they have. Sa backyard lang nila. Kung halimbawa, banig ang ginagawa nila, show us some of their banig because
you can see their skills.
And then I can see their skills. And then the training that we will give to them is not just to improve on their skills in weaving, but also to make the finished products.
So you'd say that they will need the participation of their local government there to be able to...
Kasi the training will be done first in Bulacan.
Can the ILO go to them if, let's say, they cannot get in they cannot reach their local the local government? Can they get
Kasi
in touch
ILO has preferential places of working. Right now, they're inviting us to Mindanao. Surigao is also part of Mindanao, di ba? Pero near Cebu. But the places we'll be going will be the tribal area.
I see.
So we're still arranging that for me to visit them for 4 days and then come back so that, kasi parang I tailor-made everything. For example, sa probinsya ninyo, ng Quezon is very agricultural, di ba?
Yeah.
For the fishing industry. I have so many ideas that we can develop small businesses among the people there. Lalo na yung mga fisher folks, di ba? Maybe they can communicate with you, and then we will see who's the governor or the mayor in their place. They should approach him. Kasi they will never know what they need unless they have dialogue with their governor.
Okay. Before we end the show, Tita, what is your vision for the livelihood communities, and if you have like a message for our viewers?
Yes.
Yeah, and you've been there in the business for 40 years already.
Yeah.
It's
Kasi this is the time of my life where I do na my unconditional sharing. There are times that people could earn immediately or from their surroundings, but they do not know. So we will just show them the how. And then from there, with hard work and luck, they can improve their lives, even living in their own town without going to Manila to cause more congestion here, di ba? So ayun ang gusto ko sana eh. Let's create communities which we call creative clusters. When I work in India with the Indian government, the creative clusters become like small communities na specializing on particular product lines. Bawat area sa, let's say, sa Bulacan, marami doon mga pagkain. Kaya lamang, kulang lang ng intervention. Having worked also in Thailand, I saw how the government did the intervention. They spent $40 million just to learn what is the best packaging. Can you imagine? Packaging. Tayo, masasarap pagkain natin, pero nakabalot sa halos, kahit hindi dyaryo, plastic lang.
appetizing.
Di ba? Sa kanila talagang pinag-aralan nila. So if we focus on everything we do, we can improve the livelihood. And I like also to change the attitude of our countrymen, di ba? Huwag masyadong jackpot mentality.
Ano po yung jackpot mentality?
Jackpot mentality is ayaw na magtrabaho pagka nandiyan na yung trabaho.
Parang lang sa sweepstakes.
Oo.
I see.
Kaya kailangan medyo magbago na tayo doon, ano? Tapos nga, matuto mag-invest. Mag-ipon muna ng pera, tapos mag-invest. Slowly it will grow, just keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Ang nangyayari, nabigyan ko ng malaking order. Pagkabayad ko sa kanila, bibili na sila agad ng mga television, refrigerator, pupunuin muna ng... Tapos wala na uling pambalik na naman sa negosyo, uutang na naman. Sabi ko sana, kung halimbawa tumubo tayo, magtabi tayo. Yan ang turo ng mother ko eh. If you earn 5 pesos, save 3 pesos, and return the 2 pesos to your business. Kung magagawa nila yon, it's like a slow wheel. Pero palaki na ng palaki yan. Eh kung halimbawa good time agad, di ba?
So more of talagang you have to focus on what you do, you have to save,
Yeah.
and then so para makaroll yung business.
Oo.
And so Tita, thank you very much for gracing my show. And again, we need to manage our wealth wisely. Calculate every move you make towards spending your money. You have to respect the wealth that you have made for you and your family, and honor God and thank Him for the talent and the wisdom He gave us that brought us to where we are today. Again, I leave you with a magic plea. With luck comes preparedness. Make your money work harder for you and build wealth for your peace of mind. Lastly, thank you, Frank Provo, for my hair, and Dr. Karen of Forever Flawless Makati. And see you next week, same time, same channel, as we continue learning about different businesses and investment opportunities. Maraming salamat po and magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Yan. Thank you.